Oh yeah, y'all know what it is. Microphone checker 1 2. It's my boy Mel P. We back. It's Gears in the Rear, season 2. I told y'all I'm gonna keep bringing y'all some heat. Thank y'all for everybody that's tuned in, tapped in, subscribed, that has pushed like, that has went back, revisited a couple of shows. I appreciate all the messages, all the love. But we bringing you something that's real important to the show, man. All y'all that's stuck in paint jail, I got you option number 2. Could be your option number 1. I'm bringing you Saul the rap guy. He's super dope. All he do is rap, and he knows how to rap like there's no other. Let's bring in my man Saul the rap guy. Go and introduce yourself, big fella. Go and tell us a little bit about yourself. Break you into the audience.
So hello, what up? I'm Saul. I put big stickers on cars. Make the cars look like they're painted.
You hear what he said? Big stickers on cars. This is what I like about Saul. So y'all don't get it. Saul is just that simple, man. I call him the rap king. He says big stickers on cars. Let me tell you a little bit about this young man. He has rapped over 500 cars easily. He is the rap guru. Y'all have seen some of his work out here. Y'all seen the Maserati wrapped. You've seen the Mazda SUV. You've seen some Corvettes, some C8s. He recently done what I know the show wants to hear, a 69 Cougar.
Oh yeah, 69 Mercury Cougar.
69 Mercury Cougar.
Yeah, it was a couple months ago. I got to get finished pictures of it because he had the bumpers were off in the photos that I have.
Okay.
But I could totally get him back and just ask him to get the bumpers on. I'm sure they're on by now. But yeah, it was this dude's project car. He's been restoring it for like the past, couple years with this kid. And instead of getting it repainted because the paint was already damaged on it, he was just like, let's try out the wrap. I heard this new thing and it's cheaper than a paint job. So, old school guy, diehard paint, but he's open. So, he's tried it out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And now that we got you up here, man, with your knowledge and your expertise, we're going to dive into it a little bit. We just had to get everybody introduced and let you know what's going on, man. So, as again, welcome to season 2. This is Gears in the Rear, and we got Saul. Let's make it happen. This is your boy Mel P. Check it out. It's the podcast Gears in the Rear. This is where we're going to touch on the muscle cars. We're going to touch on the exotic cars. We're going to touch on the foreign cars. We're going to touch on the true expensive cars and how to make your car look expensive on a dime. Welcome back. It's my man Saul, the rap guy. All right, Saul, break us in a little easy. What got you into the car game? What put you into this rapping business?
It's kind of pretty weird, but kind of straightforward. It was a part-time job, full-time job. I was doing, I think, a full-time job after college, or while I was in college. But it all just started out just me peeling old decals off of old semi-truck trailers. Like all those semi-truck trailers, those beer commercial ads and the Goodwills, all that. It was just a job doing that all day on huge trailers.
Wow.
It took forever. It was tedious. But eventually I got moved up into going in. At the time I worked at a fleet shop. It was a big truck shop. It was a fleet shop. Yeah. Pacific Service Center down there on Columbia. And got moved into the production room. Okay. And then I was printing out the decals, all those giant like stickers, advertisings that you see on the side of semi-trucks. That's all just vinyl. It's all vinyl.
Just vinyl.
Yeah. It's all printed on and laminated and installed.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got around to doing that for a while.
Okay.
So I got experience basically in the removal of decals, and then I got into the experience of producing them, cutting them out, laminating them. So I got all that knowledge, and then eventually I went up into installing them. And this is all within like 3 or 4 years of being in the industry.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I finally got into installing them. It started being all small, putting on some simple door logos, some window text, door logos, just little stuff, and then eventually got into doing the semi truck trailers, the big old things.
Oh, okay,
42, 52 foot. I think they're 52 foot.
52 foot.
Yeah, semi truck trailers, just huge, just giant.
And was that
panels.
a 1-man job or was that a 2-man job, a 3-man job?
We had, I think, like a team of 4, so we'd have like one guy, 3 or 4. It was like one guy would knock out one whole side, the other guy would hit the whole other side. One guy would hit the backside, so we'd get the trailers done in a day, hopefully.
Wow!
Yeah.
So we knocking out. So that's very important. You went to learning how to take everything off, which is that gave you a super duper skill because now you know how to peel. You know what to use, what not to use, would it make stuff stick on, look raggedy or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then you ventured on into putting stuff on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you like cars when you was growing up, or is that something that you just job from college?
It was like a job from college. It was just kind of I mean, like the getting into cars thing came kind of later because I kind of the way I grew up, it wasn't very like we didn't have money, so we just had the essentials. You know, a car in my family was strictly get you from point A to point B.
And that's what I'm talking about. We all had that. We've all experienced that part in our lifetime.
Yeah, and so my dad would always drill it into my head is like, don't get anything flashy because you're just gonna, it's just a waste of money. You're just gonna have it drive from A to B, lose the car in 5 or 10 years, and then get a new one. Like I'm just like, all right.
And now look at you making all cars flashy now.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Look at the turnaround on that.
I know how the turns have tabled.
Okay, so you went from down there, you were doing big trucks, semis, and everything, and now you move on, and now we're looking at going into, you get a job doing a car shop.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, I feel like I've always kind of had a higher drive or ambition than most people that I've worked around.
Talk to me.
Because some of the guys at the truck shop, right, they've been there 5 years, 10 years, and they're just there. They decide to settle. This is their job, right?
Gotcha.
This is just a job. Like, they don't feel like getting any better, but I'm just like, come on, like, don't you want to do a little more in life? So I got into it, did some online research, watched some videos. I started working on cars on the side. I did like my car, wrapped that at home. I was like, okay. I mean, I've been doing semi-trucks, so I get the fundamentals on how to wrap.
Absolutely.
At that point, it's just getting the fine details, like wrapping your edges and corners so it looks painted.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. So now now you went from these big trucks, we're going into cars, we're trying to get the fine detail. What does a startup operation kit start to get into wrapping?
We're talking about like cost-wise?
We're talking about cost-wise, material. Just give me a short brief. What are we talking about? We want to start to get into that as you shifted, knew that you wanted to make something a little better.
Let's see. If you were to start off, I think number one, obviously, you need your squeegee and your
squeegee.
knife.
Squeegee and the knife.
You want
essential tools.
Yeah, the two essential tools, and then obviously the vinyl wrap.
The vinyl wrap. Okay.
And the vinyl wrap's probably the most expensive of the whole operation. And you're looking at, depending on the color you get, it could be anywhere from like $600 to, $600 for like a regular roll of vinyl, or like $2,000 for a chrome roll of vinyl.
Okay.
And it also just depends the brand you get it from, but
okay.
But yeah, right off the bat, yeah, you're gonna want a heat gun, torch, squeegee, heat gun. Oh, maybe torch is optional. Squeegee, knife, and I use a wrap glove. I like using a wrap glove. It's like using your hand, but your hand glides across the surface of the vinyl better because your hands are naturally rubbery and grippy.
Mm-hmm.
So when you glide, it's just gonna stick and chatter.
Okay.
So I like to use a glove. They call it a wrap glove. But I mean, that's pretty much like the essentials. I mean, maybe some alcohol and some clay bar to clean the car.
Okay, so talk to us about your first car you wrapped.
Let's see. First car that I wrapped on my own, I think would be a close friend of mine now. Her name is Haley Vandervender.
Okay.
And it was her Jetta. It was a Jetta. It was a silver or gray, dark gray. And she was like my first introduction to like, all right, cool. I did pretty good work. I mean, I could see this going places,
So walk me through that. So now you got this Jetta. You working on the doors. Is there any point where you got a bubble and a wrinkle and a crink way over here, and you got to peel it off and then put it back on? Walk me through a little bit of how you wrap a Jetta.
Well, yeah, luckily, like I said, I had already done the trucks before, so I had the basics. So the Jetta went by really smooth. The only thing that's really like a struggle on cars almost any time are the handles, mirrors, or the bumpers because of how curved they are.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, everything else on that car is pretty flat. You got the hood, the roof, the doors. It's all, it's flat side of the car. Maybe some curves.
Okay.
But no, the bumpers are definitely like, I wouldn't say they're a two-man job all the time, but some of them do require two people. Because you can need somebody to heat the vinyl up, and you need somebody to hold the vinyl on the other end.
Okay.
So you got to hold the top and the bottom. So you got to have one man over here and someone in the center.
So I know you got a partner in crime. We cannot forget to shout out your partner in crime. I'm gonna let everybody know who your partner is.
Oh yeah, my good old wife, my helper, Ilona. She does all the tinting. So she picked up.
Shout out to Ilona.
Yeah, she saw like we were kind of not really going places, but she saw it picking up, and she's like, wow, I could be more useful to you than just a wife. And then she decided out of her own free will she was going to go ahead and learn to window tint and clear bra.
Oh, you heard it here. You heard it here first on Gears in the Rear. We have a tent, we have the wrap, we have the one-stop shop, and it's family-owned business. That's what we do at Gears in the Rear, man. Go and give them a round of applause for that. Man, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
What is your wife for? She's your partner in crime, partner in life, like. that's what she's there for. So
Absolutely. So we're breaking down the Jetta. We got the basic essentials. We got the basic tools. We got the heat. We got the torch. We laying it down. As you keep going, it's getting easier and easier. Tell me when you start getting into like wrapping some of the expensive cars. Everybody want to hear some of that.
yeah. So let's see. So I was working at the truck shop.
Okay.
And I decided to leave there because, I mean, I didn't see much of a future, right? So then I went and applied at PDX Wraps. And I didn't hear back for a couple of days, and I just kept calling back. And I was like, hey, guys, was there about a job position? What's up? And they're just like, all right, come on in. Like, let's go Friday. So I came by Friday, and they gave me, like, a working interview, and I did a job there, and it was pretty cool. They do pizzas every Friday.
Okay.
So we had Pizza Friday.
Pizza Friday.
Yeah. But, no, it was honestly, like, my first 2 weeks when I officially got hired on, like 2 weeks in, they had like a Lotus Evora in the shop. It had already been wrapped and everything.
Okay.
But I don't know, the first time working on a high-end car. It depends. What do you mean, like, high-end?
So what's your version of high-end? Because, see, we all have different versions. You the rap guy, man. You just shout out a Lotus. First of all, we understand a Lotus is 70,000 and above.
Yeah.
So that's high-end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you put your stamp on a Lotus.
I think like a Tesla, like a Model X. Oh, actually, you know what? Ben with this first Model X.
Okay, so y'all seen Gears in the Rear with my man Dre Cut, and you seen I brought you the Rap King with the Foreigns. This is his rap guy. In case you ain't put two and two together, this is Saul. I told you I'd get him up here.
To be fair, though, I know he's had other cars wrapped. I didn't do the Chrysler, and I didn't do the red Mazda. One was me.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
Well, talk to us about this Tesla, though, because that Tesla was tough.
Oh, dude, that Tesla was fire, dude. That Tesla was... It was an older, I think it was like 2018, 2016. It was brown. It was a discontinued brown color, or like beige. And that color had to go. It was like a grandpa brown. So we had to let that go, and we went like Tiffany blue. Mm-hmm. And that color pops. You could see that car around the corner. I mean, every one of his cars pop. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you turn that corner in that Tiffany blue, you'd see that a mile away. It went really good. It was in 3M vinyl, which is, the industry standard. Very well known with the vinyl. Felt familiar with it. And I got that done in about a week. And Ben was just like, whoa, dude, this is fast. All my other rap guys take forever. And I was like, thanks.
And so that's why we call you the Rap King. We put you in. He put you to the test. You put the Tesla up there. It came out immaculate. I mean, that thing still turns heads. I've seen it since then because he got rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, like, I think Tesla has that. They try to duplicate your color. Someone said Tesla is trying to put out Tesla that color, that color scheme.
Well, keep in mind, too, I was working my full-time job and then coming home to wrap the Tesla, too. So
That's called the hustler's mentality, in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
It's the hustler's mentality. We got to work on top of work, and now you work for yourself, correct?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And now I do, what I could do at my full-time job and get paid, 3 times as much in the matter of a week.
Absolutely. And you can do it at your pace, get the cars out, do right, spend a little bit more time, go over a little bit more detail. What's something most recently that you wrapped?
More recent, like aside from the F-150?
Well, tell us about the F-150.
All right, so Dre Cut, same guy with the Tesla, comes back every year with a new car. It's pretty cool. I got the reoccurring customer, but he just got a 2021, 2022 Ford F-150, got all the bells and whistles, touchscreen, all of it. It's got what did it say? It said the Northwest package.
The Northwest package.
Yeah, it's got the heated seats and all. But, Drake had always got to be loud with his cars. So he chose a really bright neon highlighter fluorescent, like yellow. And when I opened that box and I saw that color, the literal glow from the color, you could just see it reflecting off it was off the box. It was off of your face. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
The color is nuts. And, the last car that I did for Dre was his C8 Corvette, but that was in chrome. And chrome, as any installer or anybody in the industry that has ever worked with chrome, that takes a whole different level of skills.
Well, talk to us about chrome. So now, give us the levels of the wrap and vinyl, chrome. Kind of break it down to us a little bit of what's the levels of the wrap and where it can range in price.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I guess if we're looking at like a shop, like a big professional shop, you're probably looking.
Well, then we got to go in a professional shop. Just tell me what you're thinking if I'm a customer and I'm coming to you and I say, hey, I don't know too much about this wrap, but you're giving me some options. What does that look like when I'm saying when you're introducing me to vinyl and the different options?
I guess depending on the car, the size of the car, size of the vehicle. If you got like a coupe or a sedan, a smaller vehicle, you're probably looking at like 26 or so. I mean, this is, since I'm still pretty new, my prices aren't like, figures. They're not like up there as high as bigger shops, but new company, got to start a little low. But yeah, so a coupe, you're looking at like 26, 27. And as you get bigger, like a sedan, looking at 27, 28. Trucks and SUVs are a little more. Gotcha. Obviously they're bigger. They take a lot more work. This is just regular color vinyls. But when you start getting into like chromes, that's when the numbers start jumping up. And then
when you say chromes, is that the chrome vinyls?
Yeah, that's like the chrome vinyl. Like that vinyl doesn't stretch. You heat it up and it'll fog. It's just there's a lot that can go wrong with the chrome vinyl. You squeegee it wrong, you get a wrinkle, and that wrinkle doesn't come out. It's like working with tinfoil.
Oh, wow.
And so like everything has to actually be perfect on the first try.
So it's real tedious.
It's really tedious. It's really temperamental.
That takes a real skill, takes a crafty hand, and that's what my man Saul do. Give us a second, we'll get right back to you. We still got my man Saul up here, the rap guy, and we're going to dig back into a little bit more as we get back to you in 1 second here.
Collisions, scratches, bodywork, general repairs, car accidents happen. Avoid the headaches with Gresham Collision Center. We'll work directly with your insurance company and get your car up and running like new. Book your appointment today at Gresham Collision Center, 150 Northeast Kelly Avenue in Gresham, Oregon, 97030.
Shout out to our guys, Omar, Carlos, and the crew. Steve and my man, they're out there. They're putting out good product, good work as they crank out these paint jobs and as they crank out that work. If you got anything wrong with your car, accidents, collisions, get at Gresham Collisions. Those are my guys. We back with Saul, the rap guy. He was telling us about the prices, how it can vary based on regular vinyl. He went into chrome. He went into the size of cars and how it can range from 21 to 24 all the way up to 32 to 35. And he was saying that chrome, you have to be perfect. You got to lay down on the first try. Ooh, that takes a steady hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The chromes definitely, they jump up in price. So, like, if you were to get a chrome wrap on, say, like Ben's car, you're looking at like $8,000 or more for that.
Ooh, $8,000 or more. So again, it's putting your money where your mouth is. So now that I have Saul up here, I've been teetering and going back and forth. Saul, talk to me a little bit. How long does a wrap last?
Your mileage can vary as with like anything, right? So if you're living like up here in the Northwest, we got pretty good lifespan. But if you're living in Cali or Arizona, Texas, you're going to get like 3 years max because the sun's just going to beat down on it hard. Okay. Unless you obviously, you take care of your car, ceramic coat it. Always recommend ceramic coats. But up here in the Northwest, we could get 3 to 5 years easily.
And you can ceramic coat the wrap.
Yeah, you can ceramic coat wraps. There is a ceramic coat strictly meant for wraps.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it'll last even longer too if you garage keep it, because the UV rays are really what'll beat on it. Once you see all the cracking and like the sun like bakes it and it starts to cracking and it gets all old and faded, that's when it's gotta go.
Oh wow! And so with the wrap and the way you know how to peel them off and put them back on, one could really change his paint job every other year if you wanted to going with a wrap, huh?
Well, and that's the beauty of it. As long as you got the money to do it, you could change your car every couple months, every couple years. It doesn't matter. It's completely refreshing though. Like once you do it, you're just like, it feels like a new car. You treat it like a new car again.
What? Okay. So how do we take that leads into my next question. How do we take care of a wrapped car when it's time to clean it, wash it, and things like that nature? What do you suggest?
Honestly, you could do everything you can with like a regular car's paint. You can, like, as long as the installer, whoever installed it properly, you can take it through a car wash. I mean, obviously, a car wash just isn't recommended for your car if you care about your car in general.
Absolutely. Hand wash is the best.
Yeah, hand washing is always the best. But if it's done well and it's done right, yeah, you could definitely do anything you can to clean it as you would with I don't know if you could polish it. You can maybe polish it lightly, but nothing too deep. You don't want to cut it above.
Wraps come really shiny anyway. They come ready to go.
Yeah.
Look like they've been turtle waxed 1,000 times. And then when you put that ceramic coat on, it definitely hits real hard with the ceramic coat.
Yeah, I would always recommend a ceramic coat if you can. But no, honestly, taking care of it is pretty straightforward. It's just exactly what you do with your paint. You just do it with your vinyl.
And so with you doing that and you wrapping, like, you guarantee, like, what is some of your clauses with your wrap? Like, You guarantee 30 days, 90 days, something happened, they bring it back to you. Talk to me a little bit about your business. How does that operate with you wrapping it?
Yeah, I'll give them about like 3 to 6 months, and if something starts to like bubble up, finger or wrinkle, like if it looks like it's something that was my fault, then I'll take care of it for free at my fault. My cause, whatever. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So you got a nice little warranty, 3 to 6 months warranty, especially if it's something that you feel that was done on your behalf and not on the other half. And I like that. That's pretty good. Most paint people don't stand by that type of work.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, because I want to take care of you. Because honestly, like the customer service is what you're selling the most. If the person doesn't like your service you're selling, they're not coming back for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I gotta take care of my people because they're taking care of me.
Absolutely. So some plans for Saul in the future, man. What does that look like as the Rap King takes off and clientele is building up? Is there some plans in the future you got going?
Honestly, I'm kind of just riding the wave right now. I could see this. I could see it going short term, but I don't want to do it forever. I don't want to be wrapping cars into my 40s and 50s. I got to figure something out. But I know for sure we're going to open up some kind of merch store. We're going to start selling our like Polaria Films hoodies, shirts, branded things. We got different designs in the works. Okay. So that's something we got. So, some passive income here and there.
That's what I'm talking about. Can we find you at the car shows?
You'll find me at some car shows.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll see him July 2nd. That Gears in the Rear. He's definitely pulling up for that one.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, realistically, just riding the wave. I can see this, rolling in. But once I, reach the mid-30s to 40s, okay, I got to find something else,
How about this? Are you interested in, like, teaching the youth, giving back and kind of maybe finding the predecessors?
Yeah.
Finding somebody to kind of take over the business and you can give them that hand-in-hand craft?
Yeah, that's actually something me and my wife have been talking about, like maybe doing some like sort of training or lessons, because there are companies that will do it, but they only come around once a year, and they charge $1,200 to give you a certificate that says you can rap, but it doesn't really, it's like going to college. You can go and study, but you're never going to use any of this in the real life.
Wow.
It's like they'll give you a certificate and you'll do some training, but what you learn isn't actually applicable to the thousands of types of cars that there will be. Got
you. So again, where can we find you at, man? What's your social media handle? Where can we look you up at and get some information on you?
So we think we got all of our socials, our Facebook or Instagram. We got everything at Polaria Films. It's like POL, Ilona Polaria. Pretty straightforward, I think. I don't know. And then films, because I couldn't call it Polaria Wraps because we do more than just that.
Okay.
I think that's where most places go wrong. They call themselves one thing, and then everybody goes to that one shop for the one thing, and they don't realize they're capable of like 2, 3, or 4 other things.
So opening up your horizons and expanding your mind, like you said, you doing the wraps, you getting the cars in. Then your wife was like, "Hey, we have another thing that we can offer." So we got some tent going. And we got some other things that's knocking it out. You're getting ready to have the merch that's going like that. What advice would you give to someone that's wrapping a car just on some basic treatment or, some basic what to look for some wear and tear and things like that?
Basic treatment as if they were wrapping it on their own?
Or not wrapping it on their own, but just how to take care of the wrap to get that 5 to 7 year usage out of it.
Oh, I mean, the UV, the sun is really the thing that, beats down on it the most. Honestly, you could do a little spray wax, hit it with the spray wax. Keep, anything that prevents UV from, fading your color or hitting the wrap. Ceramic coat, wax, keeping it in the shade.
Okay.
I don't know, just washing it, keeping it clean, just taking care of it, I guess.
And then
if you love it, it'll love you back.
Well, there it is. There, y'all heard him say it. If you love it, it'll love you back. And then as far as like, I think I asked you this before, but I'm not sure if I was able to get the answer to it. Is like the basic colors. Like, what does that cost to like for material wise?
Yeah, it totally depends on the brand. You can get it anywhere from like $400 to $800, just, for like a solid basic color,
Gotcha.
But, yeah, I know there's this new brand that came out a couple years ago, and they're selling rolls for about $450. And that's definitely like they're targeting more of the DIY, do it at home, and then there's like another brand that came out a couple years ago. It's around the same time. They're doing like $800 rolls, but you can't get a roll from them unless you're certified by them.
Gotcha. So do they have them like where where the paint flop, where it's got like a pearl to it, where it's got like where it looks like it's a 3-stage paint. I mean, do they got some cool stuff like that in the wrap game?
Oh yeah, they got chameleon colors, they got iridescent colors. I got anything you got pearlescence, iridescence, chameleons, chromes. Dude, anything you could think about, they probably got it. I got my swatch books in today, so we'll take a look at those later. But
that's what's up. And so, if one can hear you right and hear you correct, you could pretty much learn and get some training for maybe under a couple $100 with tools and material. And then you just need a car to get donated so you can go in and just figure out if you can lay it down right or tear it up.
Oh yeah, I mean, most people will just do it on their cars even too. Like, you don't even need a car donated. If somebody's coming to learn, they're just like, all right, we'll practice on my car, you know?
And you could be making some good money. You could be making some really good money wrapping cars.
Oh yeah. And I mean, that's the beauty of it, you know? You pick up a skill, you learn a trade, and you master it, and eventually you can use it and, you know, profit.
Well, you know, that's what we talk about at Gears in the Rear. We try to bring you another alternative. We try to give it to you on a dime. Everybody's pockets ain't everybody's pockets, and we're not checking people's pockets at that. So once again, man, I would like to give a huge shout out to GMP Podcast and Thorn City Syndicate. Shout out to the team, Gears in the Rear. My man Saul is up here. We call him the rap guy. The rap god is what we do because he's over 500 cars plus. That's not SUVs. That's not trucks. That's not Sprinter vans. He's wrapped everything. You know what I mean? And we'll have some of his work up. You'll be able to see what he got. One last time, give us a shout out on all your social media platforms they can look you up on.
Yeah, just check out Polaria Films, Instagram, Facebook. Got the email at polariafilms@gmail.com. You know, send us a question if you got any questions, quotes, you know, whatever.
Send it to him, get at him, and make sure you put Gears in the Rear in there so he know you heard it from yours truly and you got it from yours truly. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And, man, stay tuned, man. Gears in the Rear, man. All we can do is go up from here. Appreciate everybody's love and everybody's support. And stay tuned. Again, July 2nd, car show at Garage Detail. You've seen the episode. We filmed out there. Now we're bringing the car show to you out there. We're going to have people that's going to pull up. If you haven't pulled out, pull up. Pull your cars out, wash them off, get them detailed, maybe get them wrapped. Still got time. You still got time. If the paint man ain't there, or tinted, get the windows tinted. And if you still got time, so let's get them out there. Once again, thank y'all for everyone tuning in. And that's another wrap for Gears in the Rear, man. Appreciate you.